Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft and I mock it. Today, we're looking at Bengal, man. He's got another new one, so I guess we'll go ahead and do it. I like looking at other people's thoughts, views, perspectives. Just opens up your mind to possibilities. It's all we can really do. This is probably the last video before, well, 2022. But join us tomorrow as we stream the college football playoffs. We'll be here for both games if you want to come and hang out. It's going to be a blast, so I look forward to seeing you there. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead and get this thing started. But first, what's crack-a-lackin'? It is your boy Baroshmo. Just in case you did not know so, go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. We got 25% off at the merch shop. I think that ends January 1st or 2nd. So go ahead, get it in. Promo code ALLBRO25, all caps, baby. Look at Bengal, looking all good. I already watched the video beforehand. So I know why he made these picks, or at least his justification. I got Gojo trying to get up in the shot. Would you like to say anything to the audience, Gojo? I can't believe it. He said, "Go KC." Get out of here, bro. We're fins up here. Most struggling Dolphins fan. Oh, 7-game win streak. I guess not really. But let's go ahead and take a look. The first two picks, though, aren't too surprising. I'll say that. Who would have thought? It is, though, kind of reverse of what everyone else is doing. Instead of going with, like, Hutchinson, then KT, which is what a lot of people are doing. He goes vice versa. It's kind of a coin flip. Teams are going to take whichever guy matches their scheme. I think neither or both guys aren't really scheme dependent. But, I mean, I feel like you're going to get a great prospect regardless. So, Detroit ends up getting the Michigan boy. And then KT he heads down to Jacksonville with Doug Peterson, Brian Leftwich, whoever's coaching at that time. So, the Houston Texans is, I think, interesting. You could definitely go for, I think, there's two different ways I'm willing to go, which would be offensive tackle, being Evan Neal, with Laramie Tunsil on the trade block, or at least he was. And then you could obviously go Derek Stingley, because he's kind of, yeah, you kind of want to get more help at corner, get a lockdown corner. But I feel like I'd rather go Evan Neal. I have Evan Neal rated higher. Granted, it's by one spot, but nonetheless, he's rated higher. You can make a case for Kyle Hamilton here, but again, the safety position, I'd rather grab either a franchise tackle, or a lockdown corner. So safety kind of like gets put on the back burner. He ends up going with corner Derek Stingley. Hopefully everything checks out medically. I know he gets a lot of hate, but it is what it is. I think he's great when on the field. So, and people always try to point to the freshman season, where granted his ball skills, that's where he was most productive. But again, they were throwing at him a ton. It was like 2020, was pretty solid. He was pretty solid before he got beat up. Again, this is where the ankle pops up, and then obviously he's 3 games and done, broken ankle this past year. I don't know. I think the dude will test out great. So yeah, to each their own. Best believe Evan Neal is the next pick here for Bengal, and yep, Jets, they go ahead, they address the trenches. Number 5, honestly, the first 4 picks, for a lot of people, these are 4 of the top 5 guys in the draft class. I think things don't go off the rails, but we take a little pop. It's like, oh, that's an interesting pick. Because the minute I see Evan Neal come off, I'm like, all right, we could probably still get a tackle prospect at 8, whether it's Akem or Charles Cross. But I feel like, why risk it with the Panthers picking at 7? Just go ahead here at 5 and take who you're higher on. Take the guy you want. We don't do that, though. Or by we, I mean the Giants take David Ojabo. David Ojabo feels a bit like a project, which he is, to be fair. He's got not a lot of significant snaps to his name. With all of them coming this year after week 5 or 6, I can't remember. But great athlete, man. We've talked about comps for this cat in the past. You go with Daniel Hunter. You go with Ezekiel Onase. I can't remember how to say his name. Former Detroit Lion, BYU prospect. But those are guys he's kind of got in comped to. I mean, I see it. I think this guy could be a menace. He's already displayed quite a few pass rushing moves. Got a nasty little spin move. Very nice. Very smooth. Just ask Jackson Kirkland. RIP to your draft stock, bud. But yeah, I mean, I get this ain't bad. Like, I get it. It's just I feel like he would be there at 8. So why not take my tackle instead of like hoping the Panthers don't take the guy I want or the guy I'm higher on? Go ahead, take him here. What is the likelihood of I guess Ojabo going to the Jets or the Panthers? I mean, you can make a case for the Jets, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I found it a little interesting. And then we got George Karlaftis going to the Jets. I feel like he's a good fit. And this kind of completes the Joe Douglas Joe Douglas. Hey, I like the trenches. Let's address the trenches. Matter of fact, let's do it with both picks. So they get Karlaftis. Saleh, he's a big believer in pass rush. So yeah, I mean, no Derek Stingley. You could go with the next corner on the board. Can you? I don't know. I think 6 could be a good trade down spot, depending on how the quarterbacks look at the Senior Bowl. So that'll be interesting nonetheless. I don't think they would have Ojabo over Karlaftis. Or at least I don't believe the Jets would, but I don't know. You never know, man. You never know who's high on who. You know, just bring my coffee in a little closer. Oh, that is a hot coaster. All right. If my memory serves me right, I believe they actually go quarterback Matt Corral. As y'all know, I've become a bit lower on Matt Corral. You know, I don't feel like he's among the deep ball throwers. The guys like, I would say he's more on par with Pickett in terms of how accurate and his ball placement on deep field throws. But also, your Corral's got the size concerns, which, again, as small as they may be, haha, get it? As small as they may be, size concerns. It's still something to consider. You might get worried about longevity and whatnot. Again, it's still something you bring up. Lane Kiffin's offense, it's not really one that asks you to go through many progressions, make a ton of reads. I just feel like Pickett's just kind of a better prospect in general. Though Matt Corral, dude, the guy can make... He can make these out of structure plays like nobody's business. And I like him as a competitor. It's not to say like there's no good upside with him. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm taking less of a chance on other prospects, like even a Sam Howell, who I think is actually way more accurate downfield. He's got just a cannon for an arm. Malik Willis, we know mobility, man. No one's touching him. He was second in all of college football among, it doesn't matter what position you played, running back, wide receiver, quarterback, in forced missed tackles with like 90 or 92, something like that. It was ridiculous. Panthers, though, going quarterback. Like Matt Corral, it's not a bad, like, again, we're going to have these quarterbacks ranked in a variety of different ways, so it'll be interesting. Just because I still would consider Matt Corral first rounder. I'd just probably go at the end of the first with them. But yeah, a lot can change, man. Senior Bowl, a lot can change. We still got a lot of football left to be played, even though it doesn't feel like it. I believe, what's this next pick? Ikemik-Wanu. So they go ahead, grab their tackle, maybe guard of the future, depending on how things go. But hey, offensive line help is needed and appreciated. All right. Washington football team, I think they stick with quarterback. They go Kenny Pickett. So they basically get a guy I think can immediately challenge and probably start over Tyler Heineke. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Here we go. Let's go check out what's going on with Atlanta Falcons. Oh, okay. This one's hot. I'll say this one's spicy. Trayvon Walker, dude. I think a team will go for Trayvon Walker in the first round just because the physical traits are oozing. However, I don't know if that'll be in the top 10. I think that's a bit spicy for my liking, especially for Atlanta, who I don't think they need a guy that might need time to I don't know if they want a guy that might need a little time to develop. I mean, I guess you could make a case for taking the highest upside guy, but I'm still thinking receiver. I'm still thinking edge, which just kind of fills that, but I don't know. I feel like this is more of Dante Fowler replacement than an actual someone that actually could truly play like a Y9 or a 7 tech, or I mean, might not necessarily even need that. So yeah, no, I mean, it's a good pick. I think you could trade down to get some value here, though. It's interesting. I will say that it's interesting. The Broncos go Charles Cross. They get their right tackle of the future there, replacing Bobby Massey, who's actually done a pretty decent job being a veteran and whatnot. So, not half bad there. All right. And then the Minnesota Vikings. I think they go corner, but I can't remember. No, I forgot Kyle Hamilton was still on the board. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Kyle Hamilton falls. If he falls, where does he fall to? I don't think a team like the Vikings, it's hard to justify passing on Kyle Hamilton. Like, y'all saw me take him with the Broncos pick in my latest mock draft. By the way, out on the channel, go check it out. I mean, do you really say, oh, Harrison Smith, he's on the back end of his career? Guys like Xavier Woods and Cameron Bynum, they're going to keep me from drafting Kyle Hamilton? I don't think so. So, like, I don't know. It's a bit interesting. I feel like if I was in this spot, I'd probably be doing the same. Like, Kyle Hamilton's kind of a great prospect. Then no surprise, the New Orleans Saints go with a burner in Jameson Williams. That's to be expected. Chalk it in. They'll probably not do it just because it just makes too much sense. By the way, if you want to check out, like, watch Sauce and Williams battle at it. I'll be doing that tomorrow. I believe, is that the first or second game? I could find out real quick. Where's that? Oh, you're gonna make me scroll? Jeez Louise. Freaking embarrassing. Here we go. Okay, it's the Alabama-Cincy game. That one will be popping off in the late afternoon. And then evening, we got Georgia versus Michigan. I honestly, man, it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. Did the Browns get a receiver? I imagine. Garrett Wilson doesn't got a lot of holes in his game. He looks fast on the field, and yeah, very complete route runner. Not very good pick here if you're gonna give Baker Mayfield the old, hey, prove it or lose it. No. Ta-ta. He really hasn't looked good, nor has he looked healthy this year. I really agree with his Steelers pick, though. We'll get to the Jordan Davis one in a sec. Kenyon Green, I mean, if they're going to go ahead and maybe pursue one of the quarterbacks, veteran quarterbacks, or maybe try to bring in maybe a guy like Gardner Minshew for a little cheap, then yeah, then why not get Kenyon Green, a guy that could fill any spot on your offensive line, help Najee Harris in the run game. Keep in mind, Najee Harris's longest run of the year, only 23 yards. The dude ain't breaking a lot of them because his offensive line, they're struggling as run blockers. Yeah. Jordan Davis, I'm not in love with the Chargers going with Jordan Davis. I feel like I could trade. Like, I get it. The NFL, I bet you some NFL team's going to jump on Jordan Davis, much like they did with, like, Derek Brown in the top 10, which I would have done. But I don't think Jordan Davis goes in the top 10. I don't think, but it could very well happen. But I can see him going in the top 15 to top 20. So it'll be interesting. A team like the Chargers, it's like, hey, we could really improve our, like, we kind of sell out to stop the pass. So getting an elite run stuffer would be awesome with the potential pass rush and upside. Look how big and meaty he is. He is just a space eater. It's just not sexy, I guess. I'm not about it. That's why he's a little lower on my list. Plus interior guys like Wyatt, Devontae Wyatt. You can even say Leo, but Leo I feel like is more of a Jerry Tillery replacement. But yeah, Wyatt, Travis Jones. I think Winfrey, Mathis, they'll be available in the second round. Like, I think there's just better options. Bah humbug. What do we see the Raiders go? I think Tyler Linderbaum actually goes with this pick because the man's still on the board for some reason. I don't think he's. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see where Tyler Linderbaum falls. I feel like 15 is like the absolute latest if the Steelers keep that pick. You know, I feel like a team would probably trade up for him. Like, we saw it happen with Elijah Vera Tucker last year. But this be a good get for the Raiders. Prove that offensive line. The Ravens, what are y'all doing? Oh, that's right, Andrew Booth. So just grabbing more core help. Tavon Young and Jimmy Smith are free agents. And we kind of saw how important, like, just having quarterback depth is. Depth in general, as your team just got riddled with injuries. So Andrew Booth, another guy that actually really you could use very interestingly, because you got guys like Marcus Peters and Humphrey who could kind of move into the slot willy-nilly and move to the outside. You could say the same thing about Booth. What are we doing for the Eagles here? Jermaine Johnson, I believe, right? Jermaine. No, it's Ahmad Gardner. Oh, they got 2 picks. So Ahmad Gardner and Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson will be interesting. I think he's going to have a hell of a Senior Bowl. I'm a big fan of this cat's game. I don't know. I kind of question his explosiveness, but Florida State asked him to be more of like play the run first. So you don't really see that explosiveness. And even then, I don't feel like he's that quick. Could be totally wrong, though. You come in and show out in one-on-ones. Though I think he will regardless because this dude's built like a freaking... Gosh, what? A Mr. Olympia? Maybe not that much. But like legit, his frame's filled out. It's muscular. He's got these huge steel beams for arms, man. He's so powerful. Like, it wouldn't shock me. And Ahmad Gardner's great. Hopefully he has a good outing against Williams. I just want a good back and forth, and I think we could see that. I really disagree with Bengal with my Dolphins pick. Trevor Penning, great. Let's get another project. Another young, inexperienced project. Though he might be probably better than Austin Jackson. But doing that on the offensive line, I'm kind of done with that. We got a lot of cap space. How about we just sign some, I don't know, veteran talent to bring in, a little bit of experience, give Tua a chance. Poor Jalen Waddle, he has to rely on an average depth of target of like, 7 or 8 yards. But this guy, he could separate deep. He obviously could separate over the middle on these shallow routes. But this dude could be hitting... Like, I hate how the offensive line has limited the Dolphins' offense to a dink and dunk. It's annoying, dude. And just getting younger on the offensive line, I don't feel like is the answer. I think option here, like maybe a Drake London or a Chris Olave, to me, I like a lot better. Oh, sorry. I had to get the bad smell of that pick out of my nose. Again, that's just my preference, though, man. I don't remember what the Patriots do. Roger McCreary makes sense. He's a good fit for the scheme. And if they don't bring back J.C. Jackson, even if they do bring him back, I mean, cornerback depth, hey, have your cake and eat it too. Wow, are the Eagles' picks really that close apart? Remember when we thought they might have three top 10 picks, and now we're here sitting at 19, being their first pick? Oh man, that's funny. They go Devin Lloyd, no surprise. Not really much to talk about there. I've kind of talked about that a lot, but he's the best fit for their system, as they typically their linebackers drop into zone 70 to 75% of the time. Win in coverage. Trent McDuffie, I'm not a big fan of the scheme fit there, but as we saw with Byron Murphy, it kind of works out. I mean, I think they'd be happy to have a guy that can really play the run real well. It's got good short area quickness. Can marry guys. I just find it a bit interesting because it's I feel like the scheme's a bit different from what they do at Washington, so it's interesting how that may be a connection, and I don't know why. You know? I don't know if that made a lick of sense. Oh, jeez. Louise. What the flip? Sorry, I got an interesting email. Very interesting. What do we do here for... Oh, yeah, I disagree with this next one. So, I don't get why people keep going receiver for the Bills when Gabriel Davis has really shown some legit playmaking skills. So him, Diggs, you got Beasley in the slot. Isaiah McKenzie looked pretty good. I mean, he's only been around. He's a guy that the team trusts. He's, been around the last 3 or 4 years now? So he's a guy that the team trusts. Why are you getting Olave? They still got Emmanuel Sanders, even if they bring him back. I don't know. I feel like there's much more pressing needs. Though tackle may not feel great here, Bernard Raymond could be a consideration, though I'd probably be looking to corner or maybe even make a case for Nakobe Dean, the linebacker. I think I'd probably be looking corner, though, because they got Kaiir Elam still up. Well, we saw Booth, McCreary, McDuffie, and we saw Sauce. So, yeah, Kaiir Elam be the only one left. I would take him. I would. I believe this one's Raymond, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yep. Bengals take Bernard Raymond. Guy that he's just started learning left tackle all of 2 years ago, and he's graded out phenomenally for Central Michigan. If he has a big Senior Bowl, man, this is a guy that's like, wow, man, you've been playing tackle for only 2 years, so you're real young in your development currently. We could kind of put you wherever you're, like, either side, you know? Fortunately, Jonah Williams can play either side. DeMar Vallejo is a good pick for the Bucks. Rich just get richer. Could be that Sue replacement. Definitely a William Golston replacement. But, yeah, man, Sue's kind of on a one-year deal. Don't know how much he's got left in the tank. Detroit Lions. We still haven't seen Malik Willis, have we? Or Sam Howell. And I don't think we do with this pick. Drake London. It's a good big body target for Jared Goff. Treylon Burks will be interesting because how that dude tests out, I think, could be real freaky. The Titans end up taking Nakobe Dean, which I'm behind this. Like, if you don't like anyone else on the board, then straight up, listen up. The Titans, they're losing Jayon Brown. They're losing Rashad Evans. Or letting those guys walk. Probably the preferable thing to say. They got David Long. Looks like he's a guaranteed starter. Monty Rice, you would hope to move up in that rotation or like step up. Instead, they went ahead and brought in a vet who just got cut from the Texans, mind you. Zach Cunningham, who's replacement level at best at this point in his career. I don't know why y'all think he might be like, oh no, we got him to start. We don't need to go linebacker. Like, listen, go ahead, grab Nakobe Dean, the guy that actually forced Monty Rice on the bench last season at Georgia. Go ahead and grab him. Guarantee you he's better than Cunningham and probably better than Long. I'm just going to say that. So I'm not opposed to that. If that's the top guy on your board, then go ahead and do that. Daxton Hill, kind of curious. There is this quick thing where he might not play the Georgia game for Michigan just because it sounds like, I don't know if it's like a personal thing or currently he's away from the team. And Harbaugh, it was like, no, we've talked. We don't know if he'll be able to make the game. He's dealing with something right now. His teammates, they won't let us know what, which is good on y'all. Good teammates, man. It's not our business. Just want to know, Daxton, are you safe? Are you sound? Do you need any help? Do you need some support? Let us, the football community, know because we'd be more than happy to take care of you, my buddy. And hopefully he hasn't done anything stupid either. Like, I don't know, DeMarvin Leal and his 2 ounces of marijuana. Oh, right before the holidays, dude. Burning the Yuletide log. Daxton Hill, though, would be a pretty good fit. A guy that could play the slot. I don't think you're using him to his best ability if that's all he's doing, Michigan. But the guy's got good range. Play him deep, too. I believe the Chiefs take Treylon Burks. It's kind of a no-brainer. He gives them size at the receiving spot. You love it. A good contested catch guy, but a guy that can make you miss after the catch. And he's got some real size or speed to that size. I'm trying to guess what the last pick was. Oh yeah, Darian Kennard. I don't know why. I mean, this isn't bad value for him here, but I'd rather trade down. I don't even know if he's going to be my top guard only prospect. I say guard only. I really don't think he's a tackle in the NFL, but that's just my opinion. I get it though. The Packers maybe getting a little more versatility, a little more depth on that offensive line would be nice. And it is. Overall, this mock, I don't find it too offensive. Outside of the Dolphins pick, I was kind of offended by Trevor Penning. Again, I'm just not the biggest fan of us doing that. Like, to be fair, I'm a big advocate of the Dolphins not doing that. But hey, thanks for watching. And that's it for the video. Go ahead, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.